Leadership in teams. Leadership in a team is very important. I've had the pleasure of serving in my local fire department and on a military honor guard where I've seen teamwork at its best. My most important job as a team leader is to train the leaders that are going to come after me. I like to come from a place of compassion and love when I lead my team. I start with what they do well, what they already can do, and then slowly give them more challenges so they can build themselves into better leaders and discover their own leadership potential. I found two articles while researching for this assignment that I found extremely important. The first point made by the author in the article, the importance of a leader in a team, by Chris Joseph, is that you have to build morale among your team. That's very important to me, especially in the military honor guard where we're dealing with military families that have just suffered a loss of either a veteran or a combat soldier falling in the line of action. It's very important that we build morale amongst ourselves so that we can present the best image to the family that we're serving so that their loved one gets the final honors they've richly earned and deserve. In the fire department, morale amongst the crew that I work with, if we are in a good mood with each other and we call each other brother and sisters because we put our lives in each other's hands every day. Teamwork is essential to what we do because even the smallest mistake could horribly hurt someone or cost a life. So when we're leading each other in teams, it's important to be able to lead people, but it's also important to be open to being led. A leader's not always right, and I don't always have all the answers. So I always try to consider everybody's ideas and opinions. And like any team, there's going to be conflicts in the team. When disagreements arise, we try to sit down and settle it amongst ourselves, and we try to consider what's best for the team, what's best for the objective, and how we're going to approach the problem. There's often more than one answer. Not any one situation is going to have a single answer. More often than not, there's multiple answers that'll work in a given situation. One of the favorite things I get to do as a leader, I often work with young kids, scouts, vacation Bible school, and to me, that's where I've seemed to be gifted by God because I like to work with young people. I like to see their minds grow and develop, and I feel I'm investing in the future of tomorrow because I get to work with some very bright young people. So leadership in teams is very important. Bad leaderships could destroy a team. You could lose very talented personnel, as it happened in the fire department when we had a very unpopular merger several years ago of my department into one large department. There was dissension in the ranks, and we had such disagreement we lost many qualified personnel that decided this is not what they wanted to do anymore. Unfortunately, it was bad politics. It's come back to uh, sort of right itself. We've gotten to be a working department, but we're not what we used to be. But under really good leadership, that's where a leader can slowly grow themselves and the people he leads into something much bigger than what they started out to be. In the other article that I found, that I made a point that I thought was interesting, leadership and teamwork, 10 ways leaders can help their teams. The biggest thing I took away from this was the characteristics of a good leader. The author states cultivating an environment of teamwork starts by building trust and rapport. The teams I work with, if we can't trust each other, then teamwork is lost. I work in situations where trust is very important. If I can't trust the people around me, then I can't effectively do my job. The author goes on to say the way to create the rapport is by being the kind of leader that teams want to follow. So if I'm the type of leader that you want to follow, if I'm inspiring you, you want to be more like me, but in my own instance, I want to be as good as my team because I see all the people around me being very talented individuals that all have something to teach me as well as I can teach them. So communication, trust, and dedication are all important in teamwork. But teamwork always starts with a unique vision and a shared goal. And my job as a leader is to develop those around me into good leaders and to make them want to be part of a winning team or a successful project. That's why leadership is important in teamwork.